At Penn State Behrend, athletics and academics go hand in hand. Last year, 63% of Behrend student athletes maintained a cumulative GPA of 3.0 or higher. Success also comes on the courts and in the fields. Penn State Behrend earned its 14th straight Allegheny Mountain Collegiate Conference Presidents Cup Championship this past year. The annual honor recognizes the top overall athletics program in the conference, and Behrend has received the honor 17 out of the 18 years it has existed. So what is it that has led Behrend to field such a strong Division III program? That's what we'll be discussing today. I'm Steve Orbanek, and this is Behrend. I'm here with Bryan Streeter, Senior Director of Athletics at Penn State Behrend. Now, Bryan, you personify a common distinction here at the college. You're in your 22nd year as Director of Athletics. On average, coaches have been at Penn State Behrend for more than 13 years. Men's basketball coach Dave Nyland, baseball coach Paul Benham, and men's soccer coach Dan Paratano have all been here at least 24 years. Our coaches come here and find an environment where their mentoring matters and where our athletes are committed to succeeding in competition and in the classroom. So Bryan, why is it that coaches seem to come here and stay here?
The most important thing is the academic nature that we have at the college. All our student athletes that we recruit are winners, and that's what our coaches want. The three coaches you mentioned, yeah, they've been here 25 years, but they're leaders in our department. We've got 24 sports here on the campus. Our 24 sports reach out to many majors, a lot of majors that we can offer all our student athletes to have. And we're recruiting students from California, Texas, Michigan, New York, Pennsylvania, from all over to fill our athletic teams. That helps our coaches stay. And that's really helped build our athletic program. It's a strong program made up of 24 sports, made up of 14 head coaches that help each other and build on each other. That's a really close-knit department, which makes it a close-knit family within our athletic department.
Great. Now, Bryan, Division III is a little bit different than the other levels. No one is coming here with the goal of one day playing professionally. So from a recruiting standpoint, how does that change when recruiting Division III athletes?
Division III athletes are looking for a place to be successful, both in the classroom and on the field. And we're fortunate with our improvements of our facilities here on the campus, we've been able to reach out to some of the best student athletes around, being able to offer the best majors around. Quality faculty, quality coaches bring winners to campuses. And our kids, because of the effort that they put forth in their sports, are successful both in the classroom as well as on the field.
Thanks, Bryan. Now, Division III is not only the largest division in the NCAA, it also places the greatest emphasis on academics. Since the fall of 2011, the average cumulative GPA of student athletes playing on Penn State Behrend's 24 varsity sports teams has jumped from 2.9 to 3.2. Dr. Chuck Brown, Associate Director of the Black School of Business and Associate Professor of Accounting, serves as the college's faculty athletics representative. Chuck, you've served as faculty athletics representative for several years now. Can you describe your position in that role?
Yeah, sure, Steve, I can. Hopefully you have enough time, but when I first started here at Penn State and got into this role about 10 years ago, I had two primary responsibilities. The first one was to make sure that our student athletes were academically eligible, and that's driven by Penn State policy as well as NCAA policy. Another thing that I also did was reviewed all of our athletic schedules to make sure that they were in compliance with Penn State policy as well. In addition, I've also served on our Intercollegiate Athletics Committee as well as the Behrend Athletics Committee as well. So that was the beginning of all of this. Over the years, it's really morphed into a liaison position between a number of different constituencies on campus with regards to our student athletes, our faculty, and our administration, as well as the athletics program as well.
Okay, great. And Chuck, so tell me, how is it that our student athletes have been able to run up the score on their GPA year after year?
You know, it's really interesting, Steve. We started doing this reporting about 7 or 8 years ago, and when we dug down and identified what our average team GPAs were since 2011, we started with a cumulative average of 2.9, which is pretty good. But what we've learned over the last 6 or 7 years is the student athletes are really competitive, not just on the field, but in the classroom, and they compare themselves to their teammates on the other side with regards to their sport. So women's basketball compete with men's basketball when it comes to GPA, and that happens across all of the student athletes within the athletics programs, from 2011 till now, we've raised it to 3.2. The students are very competitive when it comes to not only their athletics, but their academics. And the last thing that I'll say this is it really is a testament to our coaches. Our coaches are the ones recruiting these student athletes to come here, not only to participate in athletics, but to get a great degree with regards to their academics at Penn State Behrend.
Great. Thanks for joining me, Chuck.
Thanks, Steve.
One such student athlete who has been able to excel both in the classroom and on the court is Lexi Irwin, a senior nursing major and setter on the women's volleyball team. Lexi's also the president of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Thanks for joining me, Lexi. So tell me, what's been the key to your success? How have you been able to balance both your school and athlete responsibilities?
Yeah, so the biggest thing for me has been time management for sure. Granted, I've had some late nights in the classroom and in the library, but I've been able to use my time wisely on longer bus trips and the study hours that we have to do as a team weekly.
Great. So just for fun, tell me what's been your favorite memory as an athlete here at Penn State Behrend?
Definitely winning the championship game last year was awesome, and I got to do that with some of my best friends on the team. So that was a great memory, and I'll be able to live that my whole life.
Perfect. And hopefully get another one this year?
Yeah, hope so.
Great. Thanks, Lexi.
Yep.
Although Division III athletes typically do not go on to the pros, that does not mean it cannot happen. Take Tom Wallace. The Erie native and Behrend alumnus played for our baseball team from 1975 to 1978, but you probably remember him best from something else.
High drive to deep left field. Grattan goes all the way back at the fence. It's off. It's gone. Not only that, he knows the trot. Look at this. His second major league home run. Quite timely. Oh.
I would still argue that that's the greatest bat flip in the history of the game. I want to thank everyone for joining us, and until next time, this is Behrend.